What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. The Black Financial Channel is where we talk about financial news from a Black perspective on a daily basis. So if you're interested in Black wealth and becoming wealthier and smarter and everything else, then join us on theblackfinancialchannel.com, that's theblackfinancialchannel.com. I also want to say hello to everybody who's watching on Facebook on Financial Juneteenth with Dr. Boyce Watkins. That's what we do. We talk about building wealth and building for our community, because we want to be smarter, better, stronger, more capable. Do me a favor, as you come into the chat, please hit the thumbs up button. I'm not going to be long, but I wanted to share something with you. And this is especially valuable for those of you who either are millennials or have a millennial that you care about. If you're a millennial or you have a millennial in your family that you want to share this information with, shout out your name or their name in the chat. Just shout it out, because I think young people are really important. I think it's important to get good advice so that you can be protected from bad advice. Good morning, Crystal, Anthony. How are you? All right, so let me jump into this conversation real quick. Here's what's going on. I saw this interesting article on CNBC where they were talking about the amount of wealth that millennials have relative to their parents at the same age. And as you can probably expect, that wealth level is lower than what their parents had at that age. When they compare millennials to Generation Xers, I'm Generation X, I guess, because we had no identity, so we became Generation X. Our wealth levels in our 20s were higher than they are now. Now, according to a report from the Pew Research Center, the median net worth of millennial households was $12,500 in 2016, while boomers had $20,700 at the same age in 1983. Generation Xers had 15,000 at the same age in 2001. So you're seeing a general downward trend in terms of the financial well-being of young people in this country. Young people are not doing as well as their parents did. Now, well, if you think about this and you break this down and you look at kind of the core essence of this result, like where this comes from, and I'm gonna give you my take as a finance professor, it's really coming down to debt. It actually, and they talk about this actually a little bit further along in the article. The median amount of debt was nearly 50% greater for millennials with outstanding student loan debt than for Generation X debt holders who were young, right? So the median amount of debt for millennials now is about $19,000, whereas for Generation X, my generation, it was about $12,800. So we still had, student loans. I had to borrow to go to school, but the amount that people are being forced to borrow now is kind of out of control. Also, other forms of debt, which is a result of just sort of this consumer culture, have gotten actually quite high. Now, I'm going to read more to you. It says, however, millennials aren't necessarily making more money. The individual earnings for young workers have remained mostly flat for the last 50 years. Millennials in 2018 had a median household income of $71,400 compared to Generation Xers of $70,700 in 2001. So what you're really seeing is that debt is growing, spending is growing, incomes are remaining flat. That's a losing equation. That's like, having a basketball team where you say, we're allowing the other team to score more points, but we're not scoring more points ourselves, or you're going to lose more games that way, right? So, because ultimately at the end of the day, net worth is a straightforward calculation. It's just your assets minus your liabilities. Your income is kind of a gateway drug, financially speaking. It's a gateway for wealth, right? Your income is your opportunity for you to build wealth. Income does not equal wealth. Income is not wealth, right? I hope we know this. Give me a yes or no in the chat if you know what I'm saying. If you understand income and wealth are two different things. So don't ever, get all excited about how much income you have, because income is only an opportunity to build wealth. And so what happens is, unfortunately, especially in our community, a lot of people make income and they don't convert that to wealth. There's not a conscious decision to turn that into wealth. So it's almost like somebody delivering a bunch of raw food to your house and you throw it in the trash can, right? And then you say, I'm hungry, right? And every time they deliver you a raw chicken, you throw it in the trash and say, I'm hungry, I need you to give me some food, right? When really someone would say, no, actually, you could freeze that chicken, you can cook that chicken, you can, we gave you some apples, you can actually plant some apple seeds and grow an apple tree in your backyard so you can actually get apples for the rest of your life. So ultimately, at the end of the day, understanding that wealth equation is very important. Wealth is the cornerstone of your economic security. So all the millennials, that are listening, everybody who loves a millennial, and if you're not a millennial, you should just understand this. The odds have kind of stacked against you when it comes to sort of following your parents' method for success. Doing what your parents did is not usually going to work for you the way it did for your parents. Your parents lived in a very different world. So because you live in a different reality, you have different opportunities, but you also have different challenges. So if I'm a millennial right now, if I'm young, I'm 25 years old, here are a few things I do. Number one, if I can avoid student loan debt, I don't take more on. Maybe you went to undergrad, you think about going to grad school. I wouldn't do that. There's too many online programs you can learn from where you can learn the skills specific necessary for you to increase income. Number two, corporations are not dependable like they used to be. Your parents, when they got a job, they had job security for the next 40 years. They could then go and get a gold watch and retire and have a pension for the rest of my life, or rest of their lives. Like my parents, they still live on their pension right now, right? That isn't there like it used to be. And also the incomes are pretty flat and haven't been growing, whereas the cost of living continues to grow. And so that's another problem. Also, what I would do is be cautious about getting caught up in the consumer culture, because you got to remember there's also the producer culture you can also learn about. And the producer culture is where you create an extra stream of income or two, right? Danielle Pierce, who runs a site called economicelevation.com literally has a great program on how to make an extra $2,000 a month or something like that, how to make an extra $1,000 a month. I would go to economicelevation.com, invest a little bit of money, learn from her. She literally lists out all the different ways that you can make a little bit of extra money, because here's what a little bit of extra money does for you. A little tiny extra income stream does. What it does is it keeps you from having to chop away at the convenience of your existing life so that you can save, right? I used to hate looking at my budget and saying, well, I got to take this out and take that out and take that out. And I'd be thinking, I really don't want to take these things out. So, remember that when people tell you to cut your spending, like they say, oh, don't go to Starbucks and drink the lattes because it costs too much. Maybe you like the lattes. I think that's fine. Just make sure that you can, find another way to add to your income, so that buying the latte won't keep you from being able to do what really, really matters the most, which is to build your wealth. You must use income to build wealth, right? So ultimately, the odds are stacked against you relative to your parents, but there are still opportunities out there. If you see the median income level hasn't dropped that much in real dollar terms, like they converted, they adjust for inflation. So in real dollar terms, you're not making that much less than your parents. The difference is that you have a lot more debt, you have a lot more student loan debt, a lot more consumer debt. And also maybe the income growth isn't what it used to be, and the cost of living it seems to be kind of still going up. And so what I think what you can do to solve that problem is maybe focus your energy on getting an extra stream of income or two. That could be as simple as simply doing hair in your basement. It could be as simple as getting together with your buddies and if you think about starting a bakery, like sell $100 worth of $200 worth of baked goods every week. Like, I don't know, like whatever it is, right? I've seen little children. We actually, in the Black Business School, we actually have programs for children. I've seen little children create very basic business ideas and make more money than grown-ups. Like literally, right? A lot of money is made from very basic, very simple things. My goddaughter, for example, runs on the side. Her extra stream of income is she has something called the Freedom Company, and she makes all these great T-shirts and stuff like that because she likes to market and design and all that. And the Freedom Company isn't making millions of dollars, but it might make an extra $2,000, which covers her rent and some of her bills, and then she can keep her paycheck and do other things with that, save that, invest that, buy more stock with that. You follow me? I hope that makes sense. Give me a yes in the chat if this makes sense. I hope that I've helped you with this conversation. Just give me some confirmation to let me know that this has helped you grow a little bit, because that's why the Black Financial Channel is here. If you haven't subscribed to theblackfinancialchannel.com, please do that right now. theblackfinancialchannel.com. We do daily financial news and commentary from a Black perspective, but you don't have to be Black to be here. But just know I'm Black, so when I talk to you, I'm just going to be coming from a Black melanated perspective. I can't apologize for that. I'm apologizing, but not apologizing. So that's a non-apology apology. But then also we are on Instagram, so you can follow the Black Financial Channel on Instagram. So go look us up on Instagram. Last but not least, if you're interested in learning more about business and starting businesses and investing, go to theblackbusinessschool.com, that's theblackbusinessschool.com. So please hit the thumbs up button, share button, and subscribe button. I'm out of here. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins. You guys have a great day, and keep moving. Don't get discouraged. I just want to give you guys the real. So take care, guys. Have a good day. I'll see you soon. Peace.